brightside.com.
Greetings, friends, and welcome to the Brightside, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and health and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to the Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on the Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 27 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like acne and psoriasis and eczema and rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure, because the human biological system is a healing system. It's a regenerating system. It is a renewing system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that healing and renewing system a miracle, it really is no miracle at all. It is simply the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, if you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, if you've got questions about the longevity products, if you want to share a success story, we want to hear from you on the Bright Side. Our number is 855-660-4261. 855-660-4261 if you want to contribute to the conversation. If you have any questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, 855-660-4261 is your phone number on the Bright Side, and we welcome your phone calls. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products, you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470. Make sure you ask them about my personal favorite longevity product, the BTT, Beyond Tangy Tangerine, now Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0. Citrus Peach Beyond Tangy Tangerine with prebiotics and probiotics, more nutrients than ever before, certified organic, whole foods, GMO-free. It's a little over $50 a canister. Most folks will notice results within 1 or 2 doses. You can find out all about it by calling the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. You can also head over to my website, brightsideben.com, and pull down on the shopping cart in the upper left-hand corner of the page, and you'll find all the longevity products, including the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, up at brightsideben.com. You can also join the Brightside Ben team by clicking on the Join the Team link on the upper left-hand corner of the page at brightsideben.com. For a one-time $10 fee, you can start a longevity business, earn yourself some thank you checks, and help spread the word about the power and importance of a good nutritional supplement program. A lot of folks are making a significant amount of money sharing the longevity products, and you can find out all about it by clicking on the Join the Team link. You can also call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, and they can give you the scoop, 866-735-2470. All right, we're talking about the pigment of aging, lipofusion. Most apparent as brown spots on the face or the hands. Lipofusion is really problematic. It's cosmetically unappealing when you have it on your body. Most folks want to get rid of it. You can't really get rid of it topically. You can get rid of it by using nutritional supplements, which we'll tell you a few really good nutritional supplements here in a minute. But lipofusion is really problematic when it builds up in the brain and in the nerves and in the heart. It's also associated with macular degeneration and eye problems. Yesterday we talked about vitamin E as a major anti-lipofusion nutrient. Vitamin E is important for just general anti-aging. It's got sun protective benefits. Vitamin E is also a very important supplement to use pre- and post-surgery. It's a healing vitamin. It's a guardian vitamin. It's a protection vitamin. And it is a major player in helping clear out lipofusion and lowering lipofusion levels, especially in the deluxe form, the tocotrienol form. That's the deluxe form of vitamin E. Then there's DMAE, which is well known as a focus nutrient. Most formulas for brain health and concentration and attention will contain some DMAE, Longevity's ageless product, which is marketed as a carnosine product. Carnosine is another really interesting nutrient that we don't talk a lot about. We will probably get to talking about carnosine here when we talk about anti-aging nutrients here in probably somewhere in the next few weeks. Carnosine, ageless is a carnosine product. It's marketed as a carnosine. And by the way, that's carnosine, not carnitine. They sound similar. There's a lot of confusion around those two terms. Carnosine is an anti-aging, anti-sugaring supplement. Ageless from Longevity has some carnosine in it, but it also has some DMAE. DMAE is a super powerful anti-lipofuscin substance, maybe the most important way to lower lipofuscin using DMAE. But DMAE is much more than that. DMAE, as we were talking about yesterday, is turned into one of the most important chemicals in the body, the brain and nerve cell hormone acetylcholine. Now, when I say acetylcholine is important, I am talking mega important. It's a nerve hormone. That means basically that it activates nerve cells. Nerve cells eventually are going to connect to various systems in the body, muscles and glands and organs and such, and that's how they cause their various effects in the body. Activated nerve cells can stimulate responses. They can inhibit responses. If a nerve cell, for example, that's connected to stomach cells is stimulated, digestive juices may begin to flow. If a nerve cell is connected to an area of the brain that makes us feel happy, when that nerve cell is stimulated, we're going to feel joy. We'll experience joy. Or if a nerve cell is connected to the bladder, when that nerve cell is stimulated, we may feel the urge to urinate. And conversely, if there's a breakdown in any of these nerve cells, we may experience digestive difficulties or emotional problems, depression, or perhaps incontinence, depending on where the nerve cell that's breaking down is connected to. The point is that activation of the nerve cells, it's activation of the nerve cells that stimulates or inhibits the body's responses and functions and activities. And that makes nerve cell activation pretty darn important, and it makes the chemicals that turn on these nerve cells that are going to initiate firing, likewise, very important. The body's an electrical system, and that electrical energy is channeled through nerves, which can be thought of as a biological wiring. But whether that nerve cell fires or doesn't fire is dependent on chemicals, very special and unique chemicals. These are chemicals that can be made inside nerve cells, and they exert their effects by plugging into sockets that sit on nerve cells. They're made inside a nerve cell. They're secreted out of a nerve cell. And then they sit inside sockets on another nerve cell and cause that nerve cell to fire. They, in essence, ring a doorbell on a nerve cell, initiating and activating electrical energy in the cells of the nervous system. And then, depending on which nerve cells are triggered, whether it's a nerve cell that's connected to the digestive system or the muscles or the brain or the bladder or any other part of the body, a specific kind of effect is going to be generated. There's many of these kinds of nerve chemical substances. We've talked about these substances. Many of you are familiar with their names. Serotonin is a classic neurotransmitter, nerve cell chemical that activates nerves, especially in the digestive system and in the alertness area of the brain. Dopamine is another type of nerve cell chemical that activates the reward center in the brain. Cocaine and sugar both activate nerves that usually respond to dopamine, and that means that we're basically hardwired to respond to cocaine and to sugar because they both have this dopamine-like effect that results in them turning on nerves that activate the reward center. The reward center makes us feel good. That's what the reward center is about. It's about making us feel like we got rewarded. Who doesn't want to be rewarded? It's a really pleasurable feeling. They call it the reward center because you feel like you just got a prize. It's called the reward center because you feel like you just won the lottery. And that's all in response to dopamine activating nerves that are connected to this happy reward center in the brain. That's a problem because it's one of the major biochemical causes of addiction. Cocaine addiction, sugar addiction, even gambling and thrill-seeking behaviors also involve stimulating dopamine and this reward center in the brain. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Brightside on the Genesis Communication Network. 855-660-4261 is our caller number. We'll be back right after this.
Hey, gang, as you can imagine, living with the moniker America's Mr. Right can be kind of tough at times. But you know what? It's easy to live up to the challenge when you're feeling good. Hi, everybody. I'm Jason Lewis, and that's why I watch what I eat and supplement my diet with great products from Youngevity, like their great vitamin mineral complex drink or a protein shake or my favorite probiotic dark chocolate packed with antioxidants. You know, I love these products, and I'll bet you will, too. And now you can get them all at jasonlewisteam.com. Now, look, these are just the things I like from Youngevity, but if you're looking for, a sports drink endorsed by an NBA All-Star or a shot of Pollen Burst, the best energy drink on the market, it's all here, too. All you have to do is go to jasonlewisteam.com or call 1-855-310-TEAM. Now, that's 1-855-310-TEAM. Get all these products and more and feel like America's Mr. Right. It's jasonlewisteam.com.
This is Bill Brown, Midas Resources, Gold and Silver, government shutdown, inept politicians, unfunded entitlements, looming Obamacare, the death of the U.S. dollar as the global reserve currency is what nobody wants to acknowledge. We have a debt bubble that cannot be paid and will eventually crash the dollar. If you are concerned about maintaining your purchasing power, consider this. Gold and silver are up 497% in 13 years. Call me, 800-686-2237, extension 332. Together we can discuss your options of buying gold and silver. Analysts agree the dollar's problems are increasing. Call me, Bill Brown, 800-686-2237 at extension 332, and we'll discuss your option of buying precious metals. Also, I can send you information on how you can roll over your IRA or 401k into a precious metals IRA. Don't get caught with money in your account when the dollar collapses. Call me, Bill Brown, at Midas Resources, 1-800-686-2237, extension 332.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
I will never forget the day my son Jeremy told me he hated me and slammed the door in my face. I'm behavioral therapist Janet Lehman. Behavior problems can turn the child you love and your life into a nightmare. That's why my husband James and I created the Total Transformation, the step-by-step program that shows you how to fix the worst behavior problems and get your child to respect and listen to you again. No matter what the behavior, defiance, backtalk, angry outbursts, disrespect, we can help you stop it. Now you can get the Total Transformation for free. All you need to do is get the program and let us know how it works for you. You can keep it forever for free.
Limited number of free programs available. Call now, 1-888-912-1595. 1-888-912-1595. That's 1-888-912-1595. 1-888-912-1595.
Independently leading the way for the nation. Compelling talk for every political persuasion. We are G's.
We are back on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for being here. We're on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central Time, 24/7 on our archive page at brightsideben.com. You can also search any of the programs, any of the 3+ years of programs that we have at Brightside at benfuchsarchives.com. It's benfuchsarchives.com. Thank you to Peter in the UK for setting that up. If you want to check out my blog, it's pharmacistben.com. We update it regularly with news stories and blog posts. And thank you to Robert Lundgren Lundgren, my webmaster, who does such a good job on that. That's pharmacistben.com. And, of course, if you want to purchase any of the longevity products you hear us talk about on the program, or if you want to join the Brightside Ben team, you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, or you can click on the Join the Team link up at brightsideben.com, upper left-hand corner of the page at brightsideben.com. For a one-time $10 fee, you can start yourself a longevity business, make some money selling longevity products, and enjoy all the tax benefits associated with having your own longevity business. Okay, so we're talking about nerve chemicals, chemicals that turn on nerve cells. There's lots of different ones. Dopamine is a classic one. That's one that's associated with reward behavior. Drugs like sugar and cocaine. Sugar is a drug technically because it does activate these kinds of nerve chemicals or nerves in the brain. Sugar and cocaine activate dopamine neurotransmitters, or dopamine nerves, I should say. And this accounts for the addictive qualities, gambling behavior, thrill-seeking behavior, bungee jumping. These all involve stimulating dopamine. There's another important nerve chemical called endorphin. Endorphins make us feel blissful and dreamy. The term orph, O-R-P-H, comes from the name of the Greek god of dreams, Morpheus. Heroin and morphine and opium products, sometimes pain pills, can mimic these endorphins and, again, have an addictive quality because they're similar to nerve chemicals. Morphine and opium and heroin, and even cough syrup, dextromethorphan, which is an active ingredient in cough suppressants. They can all activate these kinds of dreamy nerves, these endorphin nerves that usually respond to brain chemicals, natural brain chemicals that make us feel pain-free and peaceful. One of the most interesting and fascinating of these nerve cell activating chemicals are called cannabinoids. Cannabinoids are made in nerve cells in the brain and also by a certain plant that has gained notoriety and caused a lot of consternation over the last 80 or 90 years. These days, this plant called cannabis, which many people know as marijuana, and the cannabinoids that the plant make, which are essentially the same as these nerve chemicals that are made in our brain, these cannabinoids. These days, cannabis and cannabinoids are gaining some credibility because, as it turns out, they're very helpful as analgesics, pain relievers, and as calming molecules. Cannabinoids have an inhibitory effect on nerve cells that are involved in pain, and they can work on stabilizing out-of-control electrical energy that's associated with seizures, epilepsy, and such. Amino acids can also work like these nerve chemicals. They're said to be neuroactive amino acids. Not all amino acids, but some amino acids can be neuroactive. They can activate nerve cells. There's one called glycine, which is really interesting. Glycine is a component of collagen. Glycine can help soothe and heal your digestive tract. Glycine's got anti-aging properties. And glycine's got a calming effect on the brain. Glycine can be used as anti-seizure medicine or an anti-seizure amino acid. Glycine can help you sleep, all because glycine has this nerve-acting property or nerve-activating property that kind of calms nerves down. It's said to be an inhibitory neurotransmitter or neurotransmitter-like substance. GABA, many of you have heard of GABA, that acts the same way. Glutamate and aspartate can also ring a nerve cell's doorbell. Glutamate and aspartate are amino acids, and they're similar to excitotoxins like MSG and aspartame. Again, these excitotoxins work by mimicking nerve chemicals. There's neuroactive chemicals that can help us or make us feel pain. There's others that can activate nerves that stimulate digestive secretions, and there's still others that can stimulate feelings of love and bonding and compassion. Even insulin has a neuroactive effect in addition to acting like a more traditional non-nerve cell activating hormone. As many neurotransmitters as there are, and there are lots and lots of these substances, as many as there are, it's hard to believe we didn't even know they existed until 100 years ago. And as recently as 1986, that's when I graduated pharmacy school, they used to tell us, oh, there's only about 6 or 7 of these substances. The first neurotransmitters were discovered at the turn of the 20th century. Before then, there was this big battle between neurologists and biochemists. At the time, neurologists represented the common wisdom that everything in the body was electrical, And then biochemists came along, and we were just starting to understand the chemistry of the body. This was really a revolutionary time period, the beginning of a revolutionary scientific time period, the beginning of the 20th century, maybe 1900 to 1930 or so, was a real revolutionary period in terms of science and chemistry and biology. Vitamins were being discovered around this time. Steroid hormones were discovered around this time. In any case, biochemists hypothesized that nerve cells were actually secreting chemicals to exert their effects. Neurologists said they were crazy. It was all electrical. This was called the War of the Sparks and the Soups. There's actually a book called The War of the Sparks and the Soups, and the War of the Sparks, or the folks who said it was all sparks, they were the neurologists, and the folks who said it was about the soups, they were the biochemists. And sure enough, the upstart radical chemists were right, and right around 1920 or so, the first biochemical secretion from a nerve cell was discovered, and that was acetylcholine. Acetylcholine, the substance that is derived from DMAE. Acetylcholine is a relaxing substance. It's said to be inhibitory. That makes it a key player in the relaxation component of nerve firing. The nervous system works by balancing surges of electrical energy with cessation of electrical energy, and you get this on-off pulsing effect. And adrenaline has a stimulating effect. It's an excitatory chemical. Acetylcholine opposes adrenaline, and it's responsible for the calming effect that's associated with nerve cell firing. So nerve cells will fire. They'll either cause something to be inhibited or they'll cause something to be stimulated. Acetylcholine will cause activities to be inhibited. It's a relaxing kind of substance. And adrenaline, on the other hand, will cause nerve cells to activate various parts of the body. Acetylcholine, that's kind of a simplistic way of looking at it, by the way, but generally speaking, that's the way it works. Nerve cells will fire, and if it's an acetylcholine kind of effect, it'll be relaxing. It'll relax muscles. If it's an adrenaline kind of effect, it'll stimulate things. It'll initiate contraction of muscles, as an example. Acetylcholine is really important in muscular movement, and many movement disorders and palsies and tics and kind of Parkinson's-like symptoms are connected to defects in acetylcholine chemistry. Myasthenia gravis is your classic acetylcholine-related diseases, and the medications that are used to treat these kind of diseases are medications that will raise acetylcholine levels by blocking the breakdown of it, by blocking enzymes that break it down. Parkinson's disease is has a major acetylcholine component. Some researchers believe that Tourette syndrome may also have a relationship to acetylcholine processing. Nerve gas and pesticides both work by amping up acetylcholine's relaxing effects. World War I was the nerve gas war, and that was right around the time when acetylcholine was discovered, sort of right around that time when we started to realize that there were these chemicals that could affect nerves, and of course the military got involved, and that's when nerve gas was invented. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Brightside on the Genesis Communication Network. Got lots more good health information coming at you right after this. Don't go away.
So my elementary school-aged child is begging me for a cell phone.
Please, Mom, please. All the kids have them.
But I've seen the research, and it makes sense to me that any mobile device that operates using electromagnetic frequencies that close to me or my child's head needs to be blocked.
Harmful wireless radiation is real. Protect yourself and your loved ones with Block It Pocket. Call 888-315-9618. Free shipping to the lower 48. BlockItPocket.com. Enhancing health and privacy.
If you own a business, you need customers, right? Well, your potential customers are listening to this radio program right now, and I can help you reach them. Hi, I'm Matt Brower, a National Marketing Executive at the radio network responsible for this program. I can help you customize a national radio campaign that fits your budget, large or small, while targeting your specific audience. Call me to learn how radio advertising can make your business more profitable. 877-996-4327, extension 128. That's 877-996-4327, extension 128.
We live in a complicated society. Stressful issues are always popping up. Have you ever been treated unfairly by someone? Have you ever been overcharged for a repair? Have you ever signed a contract or a document? Worried about identity theft? How many times have you been in those unique situations where you just wanted to call an attorney to find out if you're right or wrong, or what your legal rights are? But every time you think about calling an attorney, what do you think about first? That's right. Who do you call, and how much will it cost? Our friends at Legal Shield have found a solution. With a nationwide network of 6,900 attorneys who average over 19 years of experience, Legal Shield's law firms take over 40,000 calls per week helping their members. For less than $20 per month, you can have access to Legal Shield on everything from the trivial to the traumatic. Let Legal Shield stand up for your rights at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com. Or call 855-340-SAVE, 855-340-7283.
Results will vary from case to case.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $33,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet for $33,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
In the U.S., 1 in every 50 homes will have a break-in this year. Burglars call it smash and grab. Police call it robbery. We call it avoidable. We are Fake TV, a simple electronic device that can fool even professional burglars. Fake TV easily plugs into any outlet and simulates the changing colors of a television. To a burglar, it looks like someone must be home watching TV, so they'll likely move on to an easier target. At only $29.95, Fake TV costs less than a month of most alarm monitoring plans and comes with free shipping. Order your Fake TV by calling 877-5-FAKE-TV or go to faketv.com. That's 877-532-5388 or faketv.com. Fake TV, the burglar deterrent.
Great news, pure water lovers. BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com has a special discount offer for all GCN listeners. You can't do better than a Big Berkey for economy. For only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. There's none better than a Big Berkey for emergency preparedness as a backup water source. And you just can't beat a Big Berkey to remove dangerous chlorine, all types of fluoride, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, parasites, and unhealthy byproducts from municipal water. Berkey water filter systems are even powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. For the gold standard in water filters, get a Big Berkey at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And all GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems. For details, call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Great minds think alike. The network for the independent-minded. The Genesis Communications Network. GC.
From NutraIngredients.com, vitamin E tocotrienol show brain health benefits. Daily supplements of a natural full-spectrum tocotrienol complex may protect against the progression of lesions in human brains. That's a new study from Malaysia and the UK. I'm telling you, folks, you couldn't pick a more important brain health supplement than vitamin E, and this stuff is not found in a lot of foods, and it's so important when it comes to anti-aging, anti-cancer healing, post-surgical healing, skin health, sun protection. It's not found in foods, and you got to supplement. This is just a classic example of a supplement or of a nutrient that you absolutely must supplement with. Vitamin E in either its tocopherol form or tocotrienol form, 400 international units a day. The stuff is crazy cheap. Even the deluxe form, the tocotrienols, are relatively cheap. And again, you're not going to find this stuff in food. If you want to get your vitamin E from food, you're not going to get big doses, but the best sources are going to be seeds and seed oils. especially wheat germ oil. Wheat germ oil and sunflower seed oil are two most important vitamin E food sources of vitamin E. But personally, I'm supplementing with this stuff. Been supplementing with vitamin E for a long time. If you have to heal from something, especially skin healing, you might want to take 800 international units a day. This stuff's non-toxic, except for maybe a little loose stools or diarrhea if you take too much of it. But certainly 800 international units a day isn't too much. You could take 800 international units, 400 international units. I think the RDA is really teeny tiny amount. The RDA is probably around 20 or so international units a day. You're not going to get much vitamin E in a multivitamin or in food. So you got to get yourself on a vitamin E supplement, especially for your heart, by the way. Very, very important for heart health. Heart health, brain health, skin health, healing, super important vitamin. Okay, our number is 855-660-4261, 855-660-4261. We do have a couple lines open for you. Love to hear from you on the bright side. Let's go to Virginia and welcome Rose. What's going on, Rose?
Hi, Ben. Thank you again for your kindness. I love for you and a prayer support.
Thank you. Thank you, Rose. I appreciate that.
I was going to ask you, I know you mentioned, I'm not sure if it was like 3 weeks ago that you're planning to go to Jersey.
Yes.
Yeah. See if you think about, if you could meet someplace with a few of us in the East Coast,
I'm going to be in, you're in Virginia. You're in Virginia, right, Rose?
Yes, sir.
They're actually doing some kind of ceremony to honor Dr. Wallach in Washington, D.C. I just found out about it yesterday.
Oh, praise God.
In September, yes, praise God. He's going to be honored for his decades of wonderful work, and I'm going to be going to that. And sometime in September, I'll be announcing it on the air. Maybe some folks from Virginia. Maybe I can even do a talk out there in the Washington or Virginia area. You and I will have to talk about it.
Virginia is a more peaceful place than Washington, D.C.
Is it? How far? Yes. Now, I've never been out there. What exactly is the relationship between D.C. and Virginia? D.C. is part of...
D.C., like Southern Maryland, they're considered suburbs, but we're just like two worlds. D.C. is... apart from political, there's crime and issues. I pray for the city itself because there's a lot of good people there, but there's a lot of crime situation there. It's not a safe place that I will go in the night.
Where in Virginia are you, Rose?
I live in Northern Virginia in the Fairfax County.
Okay. All right.
Chantilly.
Well, I got to bone up on my geography research on the East Coast.
I live close to Dulles Airport.
To Dulles Airport?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you do this, Rose? Why don't you shoot me an email with your phone number on there so you and I can stay in touch? And I think your son was going to. I think I called your son. I haven't heard back from him.
Yeah, he's going to call you.
Okay.
Yeah. My question is this, and you know how much respect I have, for Dr. Wallach and Dr. Glidden.
Okay.
For you, for me, you're just so special. And I say this from my heart. And Dr. Parker, for me, if you ever have the opportunity, go to RBM on Sundays. He's an MD too, scientist.
Who is it? RBM?
Yeah. Republic Broadcasting Network.
Okay.
On Sundays, I think he starts at 11. You can look at their art. And it's Dr. Parker, Win Parker.
Win Parker, Republic Broadcasting Network.
Yeah, he's a genius. And he brings out information about water and different things that is incredible. For me, he's an inspiration too. And Dr. Rowan, but he's no longer, they don't have him in the show, which I'm fighting for that. He's an MD too and a natural doctor. My question is this. I've heard, I hate to mention names because I'm a believer. I don't want to sound like somebody telling stories.
Okay.
But I heard one of the head people in longevity mentioning about that it's okay that aluminum, he said that according to Dr. Wallach, and you can verify, that aluminum is not considered like a hard chemical,
like a toxin or something?
No, the aluminum, what you were mentioning before.
Aluminum, metal. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're asking me. Aluminum has got some nutritional qualities. Is that what are you talking about? Aluminum as a toxin?
Yeah, you know that you were saying today that aluminum is a hard metal. I want to know what is the truth.
Well, here's the deal. I don't think I was talking about aluminum today, but since you brought it up,
no, you mentioned it. Aluminum?
I was talking about acetylcholine.
There was another doctor that mentioned it. The doctor at Joyce. He mentioned aluminum.
Okay.
And Dr. Rowan has mentioned aluminum as a hard metal.
Let's talk about aluminum. I didn't talk about it. Maybe Joyce. I didn't hear Joyce's show today.
Joyce show. I have to clarify.
Okay, no problem. I can't speak to whatever they were saying on Joyce's show because I didn't hear. But let's talk a little bit about aluminum because there's a lot of misunderstanding about aluminum. First of all,
show for Joyce today, please. It's real good.
Okay, I will. Now we got to understand here. Aluminum is not necessarily a deadly toxin the way we keep hearing about it. I'm going to talk about colloidal minerals here in a second, but let's just talk about aluminum. Aluminum has got some nutritional value. It's the amount of aluminum that we get that is supposedly related to toxicity. But the fact of the matter is that aluminum is not in excess. Aluminum has essential biologic functions, and we've known this for many years. The question is the amount of aluminum that we get, and also the question is the form of aluminum that we get. Whether or not aluminum has, there was a couple of years ago they were talking about aluminum being related to Alzheimer's disease, aluminum being related to brain toxicity. Whether or not this is the case, I don't want to get into that because I don't know. But the fact of the matter is aluminum is a mineral that has a biological value. Now, that having been said, you don't want to take too much. You don't want to have excess amounts of any kind of metals or any kinds of minerals. But we got to understand that aluminum is not purely toxic. Aluminum has essential biological value, and I'll tell you a few of the things that are important about aluminum. But I also want to get into the idea of colloidal aluminum and colloidal minerals. Plant-derived colloidal minerals have protection. They are protected. They have the fact that they're colloidal means that they're surrounded by plant materials, by proteins, and this gives them a certain non-toxicity. That's why you can do huge amounts of something like, say, colloidal iodine, but you can't even do a tiny little bit of elemental iodine. Hang tight. I'll finish this up when we come back from a break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back right after this.
My name is Kay Swirling, and I am in the early part of my 10th decade. I want to discuss the issue of pharmaceuticals versus minerals and vitamin supplements. I remember a discussion between my mother and me. It was at that time that canned vegetables and fruits were introduced into the U.S. market. It was some time before my mother and others felt comfortable with food in cans. That was also the time when drugstores offered for sale cough syrup and aspirins and not much else. Let's fast forward to this decade, the here and now. Simple drugstores are large corporations with the message that they are the ones who have the power to cure human ills. Meanwhile, the battle continues with minerals and vitamins being the answer to human ills. Who will win the battle? I believe and hope it will be the belief in the power of vitamins and minerals over that of the toxic chemicals in prescription drugs. What do you think?
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R-value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone.
At 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
Don't
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
It's hard to imagine when things are going reasonably well just how quickly things can change. But what would it take? Economic collapse, massive crop failure, chemical or biological attack? So many situations could find you in the grocery looking to pick up food for your family only to find that the shelves are empty. There's nothing. Don't let that happen. Act today to make sure that if it ever comes to that, you and your family will be provided for. Visit freezedryguy.com to look at the wide variety of survival foods available. Freeze-dried foods from the Freeze Dry Guy store longer, rehydrate faster, are nutritionally superior to, and taste better than any other long-term storage food available. Visit freezedryguy.com or call toll-free 866-404-3663. freezedryguy.com.
Not just an alternative to the mainstream media. We're the premier independent talk radio network. We are G's.
Welcome back to the Brightside. Pharmacist Ben here. We're talking about aluminum. Is Rose still here? Do we have Rose? Rose, you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me tell you a couple things about aluminum. First of all, whether or not normal amounts of regular small amounts of aluminum, and aluminum is not really a bioavailable mineral. The bioavailability, the ability of the body to absorb aluminum is pretty low, and nobody really knows how much aluminum is toxic, and it's never really been proven that there's a toxicity associated with aluminum. And the fact that aluminum is the third most abundant element in the Earth's crust, which means you're going to get a lot of aluminum in anything that grows out of the earth and plants, or there's going to be a lot of aluminum anyway in those plants. After oxygen and silica, aluminum is the third most abundant element in the Earth's crust. That leads me to believe that it can't be all that toxic because there's aluminum everywhere. Not to say that you want to ingest pure aluminum, but aluminum in plants and colloidal aluminum probably is not going to be that much of a problem. The biggest problem with aluminum is aluminum in antacids and aluminum in food processing chemicals. That's where you might really get into a problem with aluminum. There's actually even some literature that talks about aluminum as having a health value. I'm looking at a paper here that was written in the 1930s, headlined "The Promoting Effect," that is the health effect of aluminum, chromium, and the rare earths in an enzyme system, a particular enzyme system in the body. So there's some literature that suggests that aluminum is actually a beneficial nutrient. The second thing that's important about aluminum is to recognize that colloidal plant-derived minerals and colloidal plant-derived aluminum is not the same as the kind of aluminum that we get in drugs or the kind of aluminum that you get in antacids or that you get in food processing chemicals. People who eat refined foods, refined flours, they're going to have higher amounts of aluminum levels in their body, and this is a different form of aluminum than colloidal plant-derived aluminum, and it's true about all minerals. When we talk about plant-derived colloidal minerals, organic minerals, minerals that have been complexed with various proteins and chemicals in a plant, this is a completely different kind of element than just pure elemental minerals. Pure elemental minerals, the kind of minerals that you'll find in food processing chemicals and in drugs, are not the same as colloidal minerals, as plant-derived minerals. It's true about iodine, it's true about silver, it's true about any mineral you can name off the periodic table, and it's true about aluminum as well. So there's aluminum and there's aluminum. Not to mention the fact that I don't know of any real literature that suggests that aluminum is a toxin, although it appears that it appeared at one time that there may be some relationship between Alzheimer's disease and tangles that form in the brain and aluminum. So about 10 or 15 years ago, there were some folks who believed that there was a relationship between Alzheimer's disease and aluminum accumulation in the brain. Now, aluminum does have pure aluminum will probably have some cause some health problems. But if you use chelating agents, vitamin C, N-acetylcysteine, MSM, if you get intravenous chelation with something like EDTA, or even if you use oral EDTA, or any oral chelating agent, you can help clear aluminum out of your body. So if you're really concerned about aluminum, use chelating agents, use MSM, selenium, NAC, EDTA, etc. And by the way, chelation is a wonderful, wonderful thing to do for improving longevity and improving health in general, especially from improving heart health and cardiovascular health. I hope that helps. Did I confuse you at all there, Rose?
No, it helps, but when it comes to a can, if you buy something with can, and before I forget, there is a problem in the first archives. Please ask Peter to check on them, because I was trying to review it because I like his method that he puts the theme of the archives, and some of them there is a problem.
On the archive page, benfuchsarchives.com?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll mention that to Peter next time I speak to him. Anything else, Rose?
Can aluminum,
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. If you're worried about aluminum in cans, and that's a different form of aluminum, that's not colloidal aluminum, that's not plant aluminum, use your chelating agents. Use all the things I just talked about, especially vitamin C. Great chelating agent. Chelation is a term that's used to describe the magnetic attraction that substances have to minerals. And chelating agents, whether you use them orally or whether you use IV chelating agents, are the best ways to clear minerals, heavy metals, and substances like aluminum out of the body. But I wouldn't worry too much about aluminum personally. There's a lot worse things that we got to concern ourselves about than aluminum. Look, you can't worry, you can't freak out about all of the crappy toxins that are in our air and in our water and in our food. It's just there. And that's the world we live in. What you want to do is you want to protect yourself from these substances by using a good nutritional supplement program, making sure you're exercising, making sure you're breathing correctly, making sure you're detoxifying by using proper exhalation techniques, making sure you're not constipated, making sure you don't have a lot of stress in your life. These are all areas where we have locus of control. Whether you're to stay away from aluminum in cans or to try to stay away from aluminum wherever it appears, that's just too difficult, aside from the fact aside from the ease of staying away from drugs. Those you can stay away from. But aluminum in cans, aluminum in the environment, it's the third most abundant element on planet Earth, folks. It's the third most abundant element on the planet, or in the Earth's crust anyway. How are you going to stay away from this stuff? If you want to keep yourself protected from aluminum, in my humble opinion, the best way is to use chelating agents. But keep in mind, as I said, there is some biological value to aluminum. And if anybody wants a copy of this paper, I'll be glad to send it to them. It's from 1938 in, let's see, this is from the University of Chicago, and it was published in 1938. The promoting effect, that is the health effects of aluminum and the rare earths. You can send me an email, ben@ksco.com. I'll send you a copy of this paper. Got to move on, Rose. Thank you so much for your call. And let's go to Japan and welcome Jack to the Brightside. What's up, Jack? How you doing, buddy?
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry for my poor English, but she's talking about maybe the chemtrails. She's worrying about them. By the way, my question is, you gave us information about NAC 3 years ago because we are suffering from a lot of radiation exposure.
Yes.
So my question today was gamma tocotorine, which is a good vitamin E, is also good for radiation exposure?
Yes, absolutely. For a couple things. First of all, and one of the problems associated with chemtrails is aluminum, and that is one of the places where we get exposure, so your point is well taken there. And then the second thing you mentioned was NAC for radiation poisoning. Yes, NAC is an unbelievably important supplement. It's not an essential nutrient in the sense that you can get cysteine Let me think. Cysteine, I don't think cysteine is an essential amino acid. I'm pretty sure it's not. So you can get it from foods. So NAC is not necessarily an essential nutrient, but man, is it helpful for detoxification. It's helpful for the skin. It's helpful for psoriasis. It's helpful for the liver. In fact, it's emergency room medicine. It's just a ridiculously powerful, amazing supplement. It's inexpensive, and for you guys in Japan, I would personally be taking 600 to 1,000 milligrams of NAC every day. Now, as far as vitamin E goes, there are 8 different forms of vitamin E. There's 4 different forms of the tocopherol vitamin E, and there's 4 different forms of the tocotrienol vitamin E. They call them alpha, delta, alpha, beta, delta, and gamma, I believe, are the 4 forms. And you're mentioning gamma tocopherol, and yes, gamma tocopherol is a wonderful form of vitamin E, but you don't want to just take the gamma tocopherol. You want to take the vitamin E in the full spectrum of all the different forms. That is the alpha, the beta, the delta, and the gamma, and that you'll get all those in what are called mixed tocopherols or also mixed tocotrienols. The term mixed means that all the forms are available, and personally, that's how I would be getting my vitamin E, by using mixed tocopherols and mixed tocotrienols. That is, you'll get the alpha form, the beta form, the delta form, and the gamma form of the tocopherols, and the same thing with the tocotrienol. So yes, the gamma form is great, but so all of the forms are great, and especially in the tocotrienol category. Those are the more powerful antioxidant and protective forms of vitamin E, especially for radiation. So that's what I would be doing, Jack. Does that help you?
Yeah, very helpful, because the vitamin E is very, very common available here, but NAC is not available here.
You can't get NAC in Japan?
No. We have to import from the U.S. We import it, but ordinary people cannot get NAC in
Interesting.
Japan.
Can you get supplements? Jack, let me ask you something, Jack. Is it easy to get supplements in general in Japan? Can you go to the health food store and get anything you need? Or
Not mega dosage. Only little dosage, because it's regulated.
Interesting. It's regulated. That's very interesting. Well, we're about to have regulation here of nutritional supplements. I know in Germany and in Canada and a few other countries, regulation of vitamins is starting to occur. Thanks so much for your call, Jack. Appreciate it. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for listening, folks. Tomorrow we'll continue talking about lipofuscin and acetylcholine and brain health. We'll talk about cigarette smoke and how cigarette smoke can affect the relationship between cigarette smoke and acetylcholine. It's very interesting. We'll talk about that tomorrow on the Brightside. If you're interested in checking out my website, it's brightsideben.com. I'd love to have you on the Brightside Ben team. Give the Brightside Ben phone team a call at 866-735-2470 or click on the Join the Team link on the upper left-hand corner of the page at brightsideben.com. Thanks for listening, folks. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll talk to y'all later. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. Bye for now.
If you're worried about your health and you're tired of the nasty side effects of harsh drugs or antibiotics, then look no further. Supernatural Silver is the answer. Supernatural Silver is a powerful immune system enhancer that can be used every day to help keep you healthy and well with none of those nasty side effects. It's extremely safe for use internally as well as topically. And Supernatural Silver is hundreds of times more effective than colloidal or ionic silver. It is perfect for use in the sinuses, eyes, ears, and on any wound or skin issue. Supernatural Silver is also extremely effective when taken orally and can help fight off bacteria, viruses, and mold that may be overwhelming your immune system. Go to supernaturalsilver.com, supernaturalsilver.com, and use the promo code SILVER2014 for 20% off of your entire order and give yourself and your loved ones a fighting chance with Supernatural Silver.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit GoBerkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey Guy.